So welcome to this Did You Know session. We're going to look at the Visual Studio extension for BlazeMeter. So I'm in Visual Studio and we've installed the extension. We can click on the control commands to show the commands that we can use, but we're going to show you a quick demonstration. So here's my test. So it's a very simple torus test. We're going to hit a couple of endpoints and run this test for a couple of minutes. Now we can run this test locally, which we're going to do to start with, and by default, what that will do is it will run the test locally on your machine and use BlazeMeter for the reporting. So you can see here, torus is starting to generate the load. And if we switch to the UI, you can see that the report is also being displayed within BlazeMeter. Now, because we didn't define any other details about BlazeMeter, we're just going to show this simple report within the BlazeMeter UI. Now, what we can also do is to modify this test to actually then include the details for a report in BlazeMeter. So where you want to create the test, where it's going to run, which project. Now, these are some of the examples of the commands you can run, as you can see. So we can create a test, we can run tests locally in the cloud. We can also do what I just said about setting up the BlazeMeter reporting. Now, if I click on that link there, it asks me a few questions. So first it wants the report name for this test that we're going to put into BlazeMeter. We're going to call it demo test. It then wants the test name, and again we'll call it demo test. We can define the project or use the default, and you can see in the test we've now been populated with all the details we need to run a test within BlazeMeter and assign it to a particular account and a particular project. Now we can also look at the extension to view the tests in BlazeMeter. So as you can see here on the left, these are all of our tests, and if I look at BlazeMeter, what we'll see is the same tests are in BlazeMeter as we can see within VSC. So if we look at this first example and we look at the configuration, we can see that this test is configured to run for 5 minutes with 10 concurrent users. Now if we come into VSC, we can run the test from here, edit it, and also launch to it. We're going to edit this test. So there's the parameters. You can see it's 10 concurrent users running for 5 minutes. If we modify this, we can say this test will run for 35 minutes and it's going to be 100 users. Now we haven't got to make any changes. We can now go back to BlazeMeter and then look at that same test, and this change has been committed to that BlazeMeter test. So you can see here, it says if that test was updated a few seconds ago. If I drill into this and we go to the configuration screen and we just extend this script, you can see that change we've made in the IDE has been pushed to BlazeMeter and will now be activated when this test runs. So this is a really quick summary of the extension. For more details, go to the help.blazemeter.com, and in the section under the integrations, you'll find all the documentation for the extension, including how to download it, how to install it, and how to configure it. So you need to configure it with your API key and obviously choose the default account and workspace you're going to use. So for more information about BlazeMeter, please go to blazemeter.com, where we have blogs and videos and also BlazeMeter University. Thank you.